What's up YouTube, this is RL Yoshi as usual, I'm Max and welcome to more Let's Play Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club, which I keep wanting to say is Normal Boots Edition. Last time, we got to sit with the Normal Boots Club at their lunch table, and we also interacted with PBG, who we are now partnered up with on a project. And now we are leaving the classroom. I left the classroom, like I just said, thinking to wait for Mai, but instead PBG trailed me into the hallway. He cleared his throat and I turned to face him. I tilted my head back an uncomfortable degree. He was tall, but he was scratching his neck, avoiding eye contact. So, I know you said you were fine at lunch, but are you sure you're okay? I mean, you were really freaked out yesterday, so... Heat crept its way into my face. No, I'm alright. As long as you're fine. If you need help with anything, you can rely on me, though. Especially since... The uncertain look crossed his face again. Well, never mind. Are you heading back to the dorms? Yes. Nice, me too. We could go together. He pumped his fist into the air. I glanced into the classroom. Mai was still talking to Mimi, looking like she was about to rip the girl's head off. She wasn't going anywhere. Yeah. Sure, let's go. But as we turned to leave the hall, we were interrupted by someone wearing a yellow and gray jacket. The rival club's jacket. My heart stopped. Standing before us was a tall man with cheekbones like no tomorrow. I didn't recognize him from our class, which must mean that he was one of the other Hidden Block members. I didn't know whether I should scoff at him or ignore him, but before I could do anything, PBG held out his hand for a high five. Hey. Hey, Jeff. Jeff returned the gesture, and the two locked into a conversation. What's up? PBG, you pumped about the soccer match? Yeah, I've been waiting for this day all summer. Right on. Are you busy? I'm trying to get the team together right now for a last-minute practice. You in? I am so in. I have nothing to do for the rest of the day. Excuse me! Number 1, I'm right here. Number 2, what about our project? Asshole! Well, your hair looks dumb. Meh. My cleats still in your locker? Yep. Why are his cleats in your locker? Awesome, let's go then. Jeff briefly looked at me and pointed. PBG turned around, surprised I was still waiting. Yeah, hi, bitch. Hana. Oh, Hana. Sorry, I gotta go. See you in class tomorrow. I'll make sure to bring my thinking cap. He put on an invisible hat, then gave me a thumbs up. Oh, wait. Do you want to come to our game? It's in a few weeks and the first one of the year, so it would be cool if you came to watch us. Mostly me, because I'm the star player. Wow, thanks. I mean, why would I not go? Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't really like sports, honestly, but I mean... Yeah. Why would I say no to this? That sounds really fun. I would love to come. Whew, thanks. That really means a lot to me. Usually the first game doesn't conjure a big crowd. Can I bring Mai? She might have planned on going anyways, but she was always including me in things. I wanted to do the same for her. Yeah. Totally. Bring as many people as you want. Fill up the stands. He left with Jeff, and I headed back to the dorms. Mai usually walked with me. It felt weird to be alone, and suddenly I realized it would feel even weirder to be in the dorm alone. Not knowing what else to do, I headed for the library. Might as well get started on some homework. I stayed in the library much longer than I anticipated, head low over a small sheet of project ideas and a thick book. Every time I thought about leaving, panic seized me. The truth was, I still didn't know my way around the academy. Mai had been there to guide me, and I was more focused on the people around me than the places. As students trickled past, laughing and heading off to no doubt have tons of fun, and probably sex, I fiddled with my pencil. I would have to leave eventually, though. Hesitantly, I closed my notebook and stood. Hey, Hana! Hey, Hana, how are you? I whirled around. Jirard was walking past me, a thick book in one hand. Jirard! Hi, I'm good, thank you. I laughed weakly and found myself wringing my hands together. Yeah? He clearly didn't believe a word I was saying. I sighed. I'm a bit scared to leave. I know that sounds pathetic, but I don't really know my way around here, so... Yeah, you look a bit like a lost otter. Lost otter? But hey, I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you until now. I've been wanting to ask if you're settling in alright. I know that transfer students don't really get introduced to the school the same way freshmen do. Are your classes okay? How's your homework load? Do you like the food? Getting along with Mai? I stuttered, unsure of which question to answer first. Everything's fine. Mai is great, yeah. She showed me around the campus recently. It was very nice of her, but she wasn't very thorough. A grin slowly spread across Jirard's face, as if he was unwrapping a present. I can show you around if you'd like. I used to give tours to incoming students. If you're new, you really should get a tour. Yeah? Yes, please. Jirard's eyes lit up at the mere mention of a tour. I felt bad turning him down.
Right.
Great! We can start at the boys' dorm. I need to put my books away. He laughed and headed out of the library. I fell on to step alongside him. Has anyone told you we don't get many transfers? It's been implied. I always wonder what new students think of everything right when they get here. I wish I could experience everything here for the first time again. Was your old school anything like this? Not at all. It feels more like a college campus because of the dormitories. My old high school was just a big brick building. Isn't that what most high schools are? Just a big brick building? Like, seriously? Jirard nodded. I thought he wanted to say more, but there we were, in front of the boys' dorm. He pulled open the door for me, and once inside, he held open his hands.
Aw, yeah.
Aw, yeah! This is Bluebell House. It's where the boys live. It's literally a carbon copy of the girls' dorm, except that the walls are blue. I'm noticing. Feel free to walk around, but probably don't go into any rooms. I'm gonna go drop this off. I'll be right back. Whoops, I think I skipped past the transition, but whatever. He raced off to the stairwell, then took them two at a time. I got the feeling he was rushing so as not to make me wait longer than I had to, and I smiled. It made me feel cared for. There wasn't much to look at or do while I was waiting, though. I stepped to the side so as not to block the door and stretched out my neck, listening to the sounds of an action movie from a room nearby. Maybe I should wait outside. I headed for the dormitory door, but when I reached to pull it open, the door swung open by itself and two yellow-jacketed men stepped into the hall. Why does the guy on the left have huge ears, and the guy on the right have a beard with no mustache? These are important questions. I stared up at them in shock, and they looked at me the same way. Also, why does nobody tuck in their damn shirts? Whoa, big hair? That's unique. The one on the right instantly called up my hair in a thick British accent. Oh, sorry. The other, probably the youngest student I met so far, scanned me up and down. You're the girl who sat at the normal boots table today, aren't you? You could tell? Was my presence already so well known just from sitting at their table? I wasn't sure whether to be pleased or upset, but the men in front of me were busy talking amongst themselves. I never thought they'd entertain having a girl join them. Do you think it's because of the puzzle incident? Shane would never be comfortable with someone joining up just like that, though. They hardly know her. There must be some reason she sat with them, though. If they're planning a secret weapon, we should get back at them. Excuse me! I shouted into the middle of them, shocking even myself. I wasn't usually so loud or forward, but the way those two were bickering gave me the impression that if I didn't stop them, they'd keep going on forever. I'm right here. You could just ask me something if you're confused.
Hey,
you're right. So are you joining the Normal Boots Club then, or...
What?
Joining? Joining the Normal Boots Club never even crossed my mind as a possibility. All I was thinking about was getting it good with them. Getting on their good side so that hopefully people wouldn't mess with me. Actually joining the club? Was that even possible? Clearly it is! And weren't they gamers or something? I had almost no experience with video games. There was no way I'd be able to join. Seeing my Seeing my crestfallen face, the young member backtracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. We're members of the Hidden Block Club, and the Normal Boots Club is our rival in tournaments, so we were just wondering.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful person.
Yeah, that! I'm Cat Icarus, and this is Jimmy Wetzel. You can call me Catty for short, though. Everyone does. Everyone? Jimmy cast a knowing glance in Catty's direction, and Catty grimaced. Almost everyone. Be beautiful? Thank you. Don't mind him, he tells everybody that. Because everybody is a beautiful person. Ouch.
hey guys.
Oh, hey guys! Jirard skidded around the corner, panting as if he ran the entire way. In fact, I didn't doubt that he had. I see you met Hana. She's a new friend of ours, so be nice to her, alright? Or I'll get Satch to cut you in your sleep.
What?
What? Would we ever be anything but nice?
Yeah, whatever.
Last year's tournament would beg to differ. That was one time, and that was only because Shane ate my pizza. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Later, guys.
Anyways, I don't want to keep you. I was giving Hana a tour of the campus, since she's new here. Well, it was nice meeting you. I hope we'll see you around more.
Bye.
It was nice meeting you. Jirard waved the pair off as they climbed the staircase, then held the door open for me again. And we're off again! We're off to see the wizard. That's Azalea Arts Center. There's a recording booth and lots of spare rooms for clubs to meet in. The theater is right next to it, where John holds a drama club and all its rehearsals. I think the student council elections are held there, and Jirard has a special event at least once a semester. Last year was a martial arts exhibition, and Jirard did kendo against other practitioners in the school. He shook his head in
See
awe.
what I mean?
He's truly talented. Really, all of my friends are. I think I'm really lucky to have people like that around me. Oh, Jirard. Yeah, been there. Yeah? I'm sorry, did you have a question? No, that's alright. Great! Over there you can see Higginbottom peeking out in the distance. There's a field separating us, and people like to eat there. Jirard seemed a cheerful, grateful, down-to-earth kind of person. He was really going out of his way to help me out and be kind to me, and didn't even seem to realize what a big deal that was. I giggled. Something told me I shouldn't point it out. Despite that, I was truly thankful. He took me to the places Mai did and more, describing everything in several past events in excruciating detail. It was a little much for a friendly tour, but having the names and locations of the buildings burned into my mind was a good thing. We ended the tour back at Poppy Hall after what seemed like hours of walking. Jirard was keen on finishing off the tour with the best place on campus. Ta-da! Here it is, the Normal Boots Club Room. He pushed the door open and pointed inside. Are those My Little Ponies over on the right there, along with the cat? I guess those are like the kitty things. I forget what they're called. It looked like a regular room, filled with desks and some kind of toys. It's not much, but it's home to some of my happiest memories. And then close the door. Don't totally suck at volleyball? The Asagao Stingers are looking for new players for the team. Also, calling all itty-bitty kitty collectors. Okay, that's what they're called. He shut the door again and dusted his hands. There's a little closet here people use to store things, too. He reached to turn the handle, but paused and then retracted his hand. Was that a shutter I saw? Just a little tip. Knock before you open the door to any closet on campus.
Really?
Why? Oh, you know, ghosts, I guess? That was strange advice, delivered strangely. Jirard was uncomfortable. I wasn't sure what to make of it. He knocked, and a few seconds later, opened the door. Someone was in that closet. I was not expecting someone in that closet. Why was someone in the closet?
Hey.
Hey. Jirard waved to the person, then closed the door, turning back to me. Who? Sorry if he scared you. What? Anyways, that's it for the tour. How was it? He beamed. I hesitated, but seeing his eye twitch slightly, thought better than to bring it back up. It was awesome! Thank you so much. I learned a lot about the school and about you and your friends and the closets and weird people, and it really made me feel included, and I kind of want to go hide now. No problem, not at all. I like helping out. I wish I had someone to show me around when I first got here.
Huh.
You have no idea how long it took me to find all the secret tunnels and make a complete map of campus. That's a completionist for you. Secret tunnels?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah! Oh man, I've got to show you. Jirard glanced at the clock hanging in the wall and winced.
Oh.
Darn, I gotta get going. I have homework to do. But if you ever need more help, I'm here for you. He got out a notebook and scribbled something down. Then he ripped it out and gave it to me. Here. My phone number, dorm number, address, parents' phone number, email, spacebook, and blipper information. Don't hesitate to ask me anything.
See you later.
I'll see you later, Hana. It was really great spending time with you. Just like that, he was gone. I put the paper in my bag, chuckling softly to myself, then paused. I had to check. We were in front of the supply closet the whole time, and I fought the urge to open the door after Jirard closed it. Now I was going to see who was in there. Darkness. The light was off this time. I slid my hand across the wall, looking for the switch, and flipped it. There was no one in the closet. I froze, still as the paints and construction paper that lined the walls. He wasn't in here, and this was the only exit. I closed the door, blinked hard, and walked straight back to my dorm room. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Moving on! We're gonna pretend that never happened! Ignoring that last incident, Jirard truly went out of his way to show he was thinking about me. In fact, I got the impression he was this way for everyone, maybe even everything. He was thorough, very thorough, and when he wanted to help you, he did everything in his power to do so. Maybe it hadn't meant as much to him, but it meant a lot to me. I returned to the dorm and crawled into bed with a smile on my face, ready to take on the next day. This time, I knew I wouldn't get lost. What? Yeah, no shit, something changed. I need water. Fashion shows. Okay. Mai and I arrived at Poppy Hall the next morning and it immediately became clear. Something changed. Posters drenched in nausea-inducing neon colors were plastered on the lockers. Several students gathered to take a look. I mean, wouldn't that gotta prevent you from getting into your goddamn locker? Oh, my gosh. We walked over to one of the walls to get a better look. Is that Jirard? When Mai didn't respond, I turned to look at her. The expression on her face told me that her mind was wandered somewhere that would have made a call girl blush. Mai, you're drooling. That seemed to jolt her out of her fantasy. She lifted a sleeve to wipe away the drivel on her chin. I am not. What are these posters for? Well, last year Jirard put on a fashion show. It looks like he's doing it again this year. I didn't know Jirard was into fashion. Mai shrugged. He's not. I waited for some type of clarification.
He's so cute.
One time, in biology, I saw him take off his sweater, and his shirt kind of got stuck to it and pulled up, and I swear he had like 20 abs.
I waited in vain.
Good morning.
Hello, ladies. Oh no. Mai and I whipped around. There stood Jirard in all his glittering, magnificent glory. Sparkle Man! He is here to save the day! Mai's face turned a blushing pink. The most beautiful guy in school. I see you're admiring my totally sweet posters.
Yeah. They're really something, Jirard. I like your abs.
With sudden soul-crushing realization of what she said, her expression twisted into a mixture of horror and disgust. Jirard was unfazed. Thanks, but Hana, it was actually you I wanted to speak to. Why would he want to talk to me?
Oh, yeah, okay. What's up?
Jirard looked expectantly at Mai. She didn't move. Realizing she was in trouble, I nudged her with my elbow as subtly as I could.
Hey.
Mai, would you go get me a soda? I'm really thirsty.
Without a word, Mai scuttled away. Jirard turned back to me, a cool glint in his eye. He seemed used to the effect he had on women. I wanted to talk to you about the fashion show, actually. You're new here and all, so you probably don't know. But every year I look to put on a little fashion show to showcase my modeling skills.
What?
Wait, what?
You know, just to make sure people don't forget what I'm capable of. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a stack of glossy photos, and thrust them into my hands. I stared down at them in awe. What? What the fuck? What is this? I'm just gonna move on now. I flipped through them, starting to notice a pattern. As you can tell, my beauty is something that simply can't go to waste. I like to hold a fashion show here at Asagao Academy to ensure everyone gets their yearly dose of ProJirard. I flipped to the last photo. Heat shot up my neck and into my ears. Surely this was some kind of joke? I shoved the stack of photos back at him, wiping my sweaty palms against my skirt.
What does this have to do with me?
That might have been a touch rude. Jirard, as smooth as ever, simply smiled. I think you have potential, Hana. He suddenly leaned in close to me. So close, in fact, that I could smell his cologne. A musky, sweet aroma of earthy scents and... ham? Ham cologne! Sparkle Man only uses the best!
Potential for what exactly?
Jirard shifted, his mouth so close to my ear I could feel its heat. For greatness. He reached into his shirt pocket and retrieved a small slip of paper. With quivering hands, I accepted it.
All right.
My card. My number's on the bottom. If you're ever interested, I could teach you a thing or two about modeling. I stared down at the card in my hand, feeling that if I looked away, it would disappear. By the time I gathered the courage to face him again, Jirard was gone. Feeling quite dizzy, I headed for class, the business card strangled to death in my white-knuckled hand. That's gonna be a place to end it off, I guess. So, now we've met with Jirard, besides the train thing. Alright then. Well, next time we'll continue on with class, I guess. I've been Max, and, ProJirard... I really, really wonder if the real-life ProJirard knew just what they were going to do with him. I really wonder. Goodbye.